or evening family. Here's your friendly announcer. And I've got some serious news to pass on to everybody. And what I'm about to say could mean our world's disaster. It could turn your joy and laughter to tears and pain. You know, love is in need of love today. Don't delay. Send yours in right away. Hey, 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 it's going round. It's breaking many hearts. Listen, just stop it, please, before it's gone too far. Oh, oh, mm, oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Welcome to the mental house. I am your host, Khadijah. I'm gonna see if I can get through this video because it's very important that I speak to my children, my family, my sons, my daughters, my elders. I am an elder, and so at some point, as elders, we all have to. We all have a position and a perspective. And I think that it's only fair at some point that you have to be unhypocritical and give it. Okay? No, the first thing I want to say is uh, we are so mixed up as as black people. Sometimes it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to deal with us. Period. And I'm just gonna have to keep it real. And I want y'all to excuse me because I gotta keep it real mild because my grandbaby is here. So I just really want to, yeah, I want to be on point. I really do because y'all in this generation, y'all talk a lot of smack about keeping it real and let's keep it real, keep it. First of all, y'all don't know what the heck keeping it real even means. What's keeping it real about you ain't made the grades and you haven't graduated? You haven't made the grades to graduate, but I'm gonna give you a fake piece of paper so you can walk across the stage and pretend like you graduated. What's keeping it real about that? What's keeping it real about we're playing competitive sports and we can no longer have a winner and a loser because somebody's feelings may get hurt, and so the spirit and the art of competition is lost and it is frowned upon. What's keeping it real about that? Y'all hear my grandbaby? Because she upset too. She want to live a real life, an authentic life. So I'm sick and tired of y'all, first of all, talking about keeping it real. Keeping it real is you get into a beef with somebody, you get into a fight. We use these. You might live to see another day. In fact, you always did. And what might ended up happening out of that relationship is that you might end up being friends. Ain't nothing keeping it real, pulling out a pistol because you so much of a punk. You scared to take a butt whooping. So you gonna have to retaliate with AK-47s and semi-automatic and automatic artillery to kill your brother or your sister? Willie Lynch said one of the most profound things. And out of everything in that Willie Lynch letter, nothing stuck with me more than this line right here. And in essence, he was saying we done effed them up so damn bad that, and this phenomenon that we gonna use by beating the hell out of them, splitting them, and letting them watch each other be brutalized, it's gonna take an even more brutal phenomenon to get them up out of it. Because we can train them for a lifetime once we take the chains off of them. Just like the poor elephant that's in the zoo or that's in captivity with the damn chain around his ankle. As soon as you take the chain off, he don't go nowhere because he's psychologically done, cooked. Stick a fork in his behind. And that's what I say about the black community. We done. Now I know that nobody want to hear that. You much rather hear that stuff uh, on on how we need unity and how we got to unify and how we got. You know what? Listen, black people already unified. We just unified on dumb stuff. Let a new pair of Jordans come out and see how many young people is unified on going out and getting them Jordans. Let a favorite rap artist or favorite gospel group come to town and see how black people is unified. In fact, the minister even called 1,000,000 men together 20 years ago, and then turned around and did a repeat. So we can be unified. So that goes to show me unity is not really the issue. It's not even really the answer. A code of conduct is the damn answer. We don't have no code of conduct anymore. And nobody want to talk about that because we want to continue blame white folk for the ills that go on, everything that go on. We turn all our power over to them, and it's their fault about everything. Yeah, and okay. So we already know what the hidden hand problem is, but let's talk about your problem. For example, nobody can give me any sane and rational reason for why you think y'all can go down to Lower Manhattan at the Irving Plaza and have a shootout. Um, Irregardless of the circumstances, y'all know I'm upset. Um, you got some people that saying they're giving rap a bad name and hip hop a bad name and yada yada yada. It's a corrupt art form. It's corrupt now. This same corruptness that's infiltrated the neighborhoods and infiltrated the music game. And so for those of us that know how to make music, real music, we not having no parts of that because we know that's the devil's what did D'Angelo say? All in line for the slice of the devil's pie. So they've given you a platform to promote death. So the energy around the music is death. It promotes degradance and filth. And y'all want to act like, oh, they just picking on hip hop. Is this what hip hop is relegated to? Not like, don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. Sometimes I want, okay. Or fight the power. Fear of a black planet. X Clan. Okay, I know what real hip hop is, y'all. So don't get it twisted. This stuff y'all listening to and y'all want to call it hip hop, it ain't. It's a death trap. It's a death mantra. Can't you see it in the babies? Can't you see what the result is And you want to say it's art come to life? No. The Tavistock Institute has convinced you, has paid you, has paid my sons and my grandsons to sell a community out for trinkets, just like Judas, okay? Create and have conditions in the community uh, so devastating that if you want to come up, then you're going to sell this death. And now you've sold so much death to your people for over 20 years now. I think we just celebrated with the 20th anniversary of NWA, because that's when the fuckery and foolery started. So we got 20 years deep. And you think that you authentic? You think you keeping it real? Why don't you look and find out how the Tavistock Institute has trained you, has set up fads with white tees and kicker boxes in the back of your vehicle where you think you set a trend, but all you doing is following a program that's keeping your people sick, keeping you sick, and the end result is like what you have with Troy Ave running through a damn nightclub, pulling his gat out and shooting shit. Pulling that thing out, shooting through the and listen, everything is on camera. So now we ain't gotta go far to find you. The art form is corrupt. The energy around it is death. And unfortunately, we the biggest promoters of it. Because that's the only place that the enemy wants you to dance. And you're so, negative energy spreads a lot faster than positive energy. And because you've been studied, we've all been studied. They didn't realize the powers that be that we can be programmed for our own destruction. And that now we are a nation of whores for the greenback. Well, I'm sorry, it's not a greenback anymore. It's a legal tender. It's a promissory. No, I'm sorry, it's not a legal tender. It's a promissory note that ain't backed by nothing. But you'll kill your brother and wave a bunch of no backed by gold current so-called currency, and you got little babies coming up in your footsteps thinking that this is the way we gotta live, this is the way we gotta be. I shudder to think what's going to happen to us because we the loudest, as loud as peacocks. And I see different races coming over here from different places, and I don't see them all out marching all over the streets. I don't see them with a whole block and table talking about their Holocaust like they do up on the 125th Street in Harlem. I don't see all that. But they quietly go to work. They quietly build a community. They quietly buy up all the houses on the block, and then put the people in there that they want in there, and kick your black ass out. That's the kind of unity, the only kind of unity we need. The only. Because this other stuff has got to go. The days of keeping it real, and which is really keeping it fake, those days got to go. Because all you doing is setting up my sons and my grandsons and my nephews, and you setting them up for the slaughter, and you lead them to the slaughter. And somebody got to say something. This ain't hip hop. This is a fucking death march. And we leading the damn parade. We the drum majors. I'll see you next time. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. We'll talk again in the mental house.